Hello everyone, this is Chris's Term with a new guide on Gladius. In this video I will be going over the basic information, their notable drops, other drops, recommended stats, recommended equipment, recommended inventory, the action bar, Gladius location, and strategies to fight said Gladius. Please click anywhere on the screen to go to this part of the video. Here's some basic information on Gladius. They're combat level 130. You get 536.6 combat XP per kill and 177 HP XP. They will always drop 1 or 12 through 18 Ascension fragments and 3 to 5 Ascension shards. They require 81 Slayer and can be assigned by Durodel or Lapalak and Corridel. And lastly, they are very weak to range attacks. They have 6 notable drops: Keystone Primus, Keystone Secundus, Keystone Tertius, Keystone Quartus, Keystone Quintus, Keystone Sextus. Each one is highly valued as they are used to kill the Ascension boss monsters and can be sold for a very good profit over the Grand Exchange, ranging from 400k through 1 mil per key, and you are guaranteed 2 keys per hour. Here is a list of all their other drops. The recommended stats I advise you to have is 81 Slayer, and that is actually a requirement, 90 plus range, but 70 is the minimum, 90 plus defense, but 70 is also the minimum, 95 prayer for Anguish, however 70 is the minimum because you can use Rigor, and 92 Herblore for extreme ranging. However, you do not need to have this one, as you can always just trade extreme ranging for a super raging potion. The recommended equipment is Verex Helm, Royal D-Hide top, bottom, Vambraces, Royal Crossbow, Amulet of Fury, Avos Accumulator, Penance, Broad Tip Bolt, Ring of Wealth, Snakehide Boots. Now, of course, you can always switch all of these for things that you don't have or things that you do have. For example, you can always trade the Royal D-Hide for Armadillo, and if you don't have a Royal Crossbow, you can always just use the Rune Crossbow and the offhand. This is the recommended inventory I suggest you bring if you're going to use my method. Of course, you can always just swap out items you're going to use or not going to use. For example, if you're not going to survive on prayer, I recommend you bring more food and maybe a beast of burden or two, or a bunyip, and if you're high enough, a unicorn. This is the action bar you will use. On the description I will name every single ability and when and where to use them. The Ascension Monastery is located northwest of the Uglog Lodestone. The way to the Ascension Monastery is fairly simple. First you will have to teleport to Uglog, and as soon as you're done teleporting, you run all the way northwest. If this is your first time visiting, you will have to talk to an NPC called Oculus. He is right outside the Ascension Monastery. Please pay attention to what he says, as he gives you helpful hints on the monsters inside of the monastery. Once inside, please refrain to attacking the lower level monsters, as if you attack one, they all will become aggressive, and as a gang, they can be very dangerous to low level players. Once inside, please follow the route I am taking. There is a high number of them in this area, which quite possibly makes this the best route and the best location to fight them, as they are so close to the entrance you can get there in less than a few seconds. I will now teach you the strategies that they have, as they are a very unique monster to fight, and a very fun one just as well. Gladius are unique because they are able to stun. Only 3 other monsters in the game are able to stun you. When you are stunned, you cannot eat or attack, so you are just sitting duck. As soon as you attack them, they will immediately charge at you, stunning you, so make sure to stun them just as well. Even though they are able to move when they are stunned, it still knocks them back a bit and binds them in place so they will not stun you immediately again. Gladius drop a lot of Crimson Charms, so of course you will be picking them up a lot. One quicker way to kill them is to fight them all in multiples of 3, preferably 4, as you can always just siphon more soul split health from the next one in case the other one dies quickly. Besides this, there isn't a lot of skill in killing them, just a lot of constant button mashing your abilities. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for future videos such as this one. Goodbye.